Okay. Ronnie?
Obviously, with 18 games left in the regular season, a 3-game skid, is the sense of urgency at an all-time high, or is there a calmness that you guys need to know what to succeed?
Probably a lot of things. You're going to feel a bunch of different emotions when the competition gets involved, scoreboard gets involved, disappointing losses. We had a sense of urgency, for sure on that road trip, and I thought our approach, mentally, the other night, going into the game was right. We just didn't play well. So we got to put it all together, and we understand, the meaning of these games, and that typically brings out the best in us.
Not a timetable question, I promise, but is Tyler progressing in a way that,
He's making progress. I don't have anything more, for you, but he's doing everything he needs to do. Yeah.
Coach, in the last 3 games, one of the unfortunate common themes is getting outscored pretty decisively in the second half.
Yeah.
What have you pinpointed that's happening in the last 3 second halves?
Yeah, we felt that we were, getting over that hurdle. I think that was a little bit troubling for us earlier in the season, and it's the ability to sustain, a high level of play, and we show that we can get to a high level of play. Competition will have something to say about that. We realize that, but the great teams can sustain it and also do it in the moments of truth.
Even though you only play them twice, you're pretty familiar with the team that you played in the finals. What's the most important things as you go into the matchup against them to try to beat them? Yeah,
you have to have all the things, that we talk about, that competitive disposition, the relentless efforts and discipline. But you also have to play well. It's a good team, and they're playing, probably their best basketball, this season since the break. But that's what you would expect out of them, and we expect nothing less. And this is what everybody plays for: is games that have this kind of meaning and consequences, all of it.
So, kind of a broader question that you've always had to deal with in the past. When you are a champ and you've got to try to repeat, it seems like if it could get any harder, it's getting harder and harder to win again. Do you think that's part parity, just the amount of quality teams and players in the league? What is that challenge to come back and try to do it again?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it is different or not. It's been too long, for me to even articulate. I'm probably the wrong guy to ask on what it's like to try to repeat, as a champion right now. But the league definitely, but it always happens. If you win it, everybody's going to be gunning for you. There's no better place to be, than that. They're handling it, pretty well. They're playing good basketball right now.
Along lines with Denver, back to the finals and through now, from your perspective, what makes the Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon pairing so effective in their front court?
Yeah, obviously, Jokic, his passing ability, allows Gordon to play to his strengths of just bullying people in the paint. He's great behind the backboard for those lobs, and if you turn your head, the ball is there, and it's not like you can go get it. There's not many better athletes in this league. And there's clarity and simplicity, to his role right now. And even on the other hand, he's a great defender. He's big. That front line is big. On paper, it definitely fits, but you also have to have guys that are willing, to collaborate and make it work. And clearly they have that collaboration.
Erik, at All-Star, everybody was kind of peppering Adam Silver with questions about offense and how it's all gone crazy and all that. And then ever since the second half, quote-unquote second half started, it's like playoff defense around a lot of places. Is that what you would expect, that this is where teams start to crank it up even more?
Probably. I think competition brings that out. I missed that. I've heard people talking about that right now, but we haven't gotten a memo about it. Or maybe I wasn't paying attention to that, too. That could be the case. Good. If the competitors and teams can figure it out between those 4 lines, we're all for it. All right, thank you.